The SEAL commander's voice cut through the gunfire. Any combat pilots? The room fell silent. Until she rose. No one expected it. A broken watch on her wrist ticked louder than the war outside. In the next 10 minutes, you'll witness how Mia's silence changed the fate of every soldier that day. Mia sat in the briefing tent, hands folded, eyes down. Dust swirled in through the canvas flaps coating her boots. Around her, seasoned operators leaned forward on steel chairs, their weapons within arm's reach. The SEAL commander's voice thundered above the noise of distant rotors. Any combat pilots? The words froze the air. Silence followed, thick and heavy. Men exchanged quick glances. No one moved. Mia shifted slightly. The broken watch strapped to her wrist dug into her skin. Its glass face was cracked from a fall months ago, but she still wore it. A reminder of time lost, of promises she couldn't undo. She raised her hand. Slowly, quietly. Heads turned. Some faces tightened in disbelief. A few smirked. The commander's eyes locked on her, unreadable. "You?" he asked. "Yes, sir," she replied, her voice calm, steady. A low chuckle came from the back. She's not serious, but Mia's stare didn't falter. The commander's gaze lingered, then shifted back to the room. "Then we have our pilot." The briefing resumed, but Mia felt the weight of every eye drilling into her back. Doubt spread like smoke. She didn't blame them. They saw a woman who barely spoke, who carried no swagger, who looked too fragile for the word combat. Yet in her mind, the skies were already roaring. She could hear the engine, feel the stick in her hand, smell the acrid burn of fuel. She had been born for this, though no one here knew it. After the meeting, Mia stepped outside. The Afghan sun bore down like a punishment. Her pockets were empty except for a folded note and a small wallet with nothing inside. She rubbed her thumb against the frayed leather, the emptiness inside echoing the doubts she carried. But when she closed her eyes, she saw her brother's face. He had once told her, "Don't wait for permission to rise." She wouldn't wait anymore. A voice called from behind. "You're really going up there, aren't you?" Mia turned. A ranger leaned against the tent pole, eyes skeptical but curious. "Yeah," she said, "I am." "Then God help us all." The rotors outside grew louder. The mission clock ticked forward. And Mia's cracked watch stopped completely, frozen at 08:46. The dusty road to the airstrip stretched out before Mia like a test. She walked it alone, helmet under her arm, each step crunching on gravel. Soldiers watched from the side, whispering. She ignored them. Her aircraft stood at the end of the path, a bird of steel scarred by battles, waiting for her touch. She ran her fingers across its frame. The metal was warm, alive. "Never thought I'd see the day," muttered a mechanic nearby. His words carried both doubt and warning. Mia climbed in, strapped herself tight. The controls felt like old friends. She whispered, "You and me again." Engines roared. The ground trembled. Dust rose in spirals, covering the field like smoke from unseen fire. She throttled forward, the aircraft lifting into sky with a force that shook her chest. Below, the compound came into view. Mud walls, narrow alleys, hidden shadows. A storm of gunfire erupted. The SEALs were pinned, their voices crackling over comms. Taking fire from the north. "We're trapped!" Mia's eyes narrowed. She banked hard. Tracer rounds arced upward, streaking red across the sky. She descended lower, ignoring alarms. "Danger close," the commander warned. "Friendlies within 50 meters. She lined her sights, thumb trembling over the release. One wrong move and she'd bury her own. One right move and lives would be saved. Her broken watch glinted in the sunlight. It reminded her every second mattered. She pressed. The valley lit with fire. The mountain pass churned with enemy trucks. Dust plumes rose like ghostly towers. Through her targeting screen, Mia saw dozens, maybe more. Fighters spilling out with rifles raised, her comms crackled. "Razor status?" It was the SEAL commander, his code name Neptune 6 carrying urgency. "Reinforcements incoming. 40 plus. "Less than 2 minutes," Mia replied. Static swallowed his next words, but she didn't need clarity. She knew the stakes. Her empty wallet slid from her pocket as she shifted. It hit the cockpit floor with a dull slap. She stared at it for a second, that hollow shell. The emptiness mirrored the math in her head. She had 2 bombs left. Not enough for everyone, she banked. The canyon walls rose around her. Enemy fire stitched the sky. Her breath slowed. She remembered her grandfather's words. "Precision saves lives. Panic kills them." She dove. The first bomb struck center column. The blast echoed between cliffs, turning stone into shrapnel. Trucks twisted, flames swallowing them whole. A landslide thundered down, sealing the pass. Direct hit, a voice shouted, but Mia wasn't done. She armed the last bomb, eyes locked on the rear. Her jet shook with bullets, alarms screaming. She didn't blink. The second blast erased the tail end, trapping survivors in fire and rubble. The pass became a tomb. Cheers erupted on comms, but Mia didn't join. Warning lights filled her cockpit. Fuel leaking. Hydraulics failing, she whispered. Hold together. Just a little longer. Her hands trembled. Not from fear, but from the weight of choices no one else had dared to make. Below, the SEALs sprinted toward extraction. Dust clouds swirled. The helicopter dipped low, blades chopping air. Then Mia saw it, smoke trailing from her own wing. Her aircraft was bleeding out. Warning sirens blared. Red lights flickered like heartbeats. Mia's jet shuddered under her grip. Razor status. Neptune 6 again. Damaged but flying, she lied. In truth, she could feel it. The aircraft wanted to fall. The controls stiffened, resisting every correction. Her vision blurred with sweat. Her cracked watch hung heavy, its frozen hands mocking her. Time doesn't wait. Ahead, the sky stretched empty, but behind her, the valley raged with fire. The SEALs were almost airborne, their extraction bird clawing upward. She had bought them that chance. But what about her? She pulled the stick, climbing, searching for altitude. The engine coughed, sputtered. A cough like death. Eject, a voice advised over comms. Someone in operations far away safe. No, she whispered. Not yet, because ejecting meant failure. It meant letting go of the machine that had trusted her as much as she trusted it. And she wasn't ready. Then silence, her comms cut out. No voices, no guidance, just her heartbeat. She glanced at the wallet on the floor. Empty. Always empty. But the photo once inside her brother's face remained in memory. Don't wait for permission to rise. Her hand steadied, she angled north toward base. 100 miles of hostile air, a dying bird beneath her. Tracer rounds sliced upward, carving the dusk. Mia's aircraft groaned under the strain. Every hit rattled her bones. Her comms flickered back just for a moment. Neptune 6's voice cut through static. Razor, we owe you. Hold on. But the line died again. She was alone. Fuel gauges dropped. Hydraulic pressure slipped lower. Her jet was becoming a coffin. She tightened her grip, whispered, We're not done yet. The dusty road of her childhood flashed in her mind. She remembered walking barefoot, stones cutting her feet, carrying an empty lunch tin because food was scarce. She remembered the promise she made to herself, to rise above dust, above hunger, above doubt. Now the dusty road stretched below her again, endless and unforgiving. She pushed forward. Enemy fire dwindled behind her. The horizon cleared. Then, another alarm. The engine's final protest. Flames licked from the side, smoke trailing like a funeral banner. Her options narrowed. Eject and risk capture in enemy territory, or ride it, hope for a miracle landing. Her broken watch glinted again, frozen hands unchanging. She smiled faintly. Guess it's now or never. She angled toward a barren plateau, flat enough maybe, deadly enough certainly. The ground rushed up. Mia opened her eyes to silence. Smoke curled above twisted metal. Her head throbbed, helmet cracked. The aircraft lay broken, but she was alive. She crawled free, coughing. The plateau stretched wide and empty. The sky above vast and merciless. Her radio crackled faintly. Razor, do you copy? It was Neptune 6. Relief surged through her. She pressed the button weakly. Alive. Location unknown. Static answered. She staggered forward, leaving the wreck. The dusty ground clung to her boots. Each step felt heavier, but she refused to stop. Her wallet was gone. Her watch broken. Everything material stripped. Only her will remained. Then on the horizon, rotors. A black shape cutting through the air, drawing closer. The SEAL extraction bird descended, landing hard. Neptune 6 himself stepped out, rushing toward her. His eyes held disbelief, then respect. You rose when no one else did, he said. You saved us all. Mia swayed, exhausted. But she smiled, because in silence, in doubt, in brokenness, she had risen. As the helicopter lifted her from the dusty plateau, another voice came over comms. New orders. Immediate redeploy. Enemy massing east sector. The fight wasn't over. It was only beginning.